So you're trying to get into the Amazon influencer program and you are hitting some roadblocks. What's going on, everybody? My name is Vernon. I'm one of the Amazon influencers and your guide to help you get approved. Check this out. We're going to dive into some top 5 reasons why you're not getting into the Amazon influencer program and what you can do to fix those quick. So we're first up starting with number 1, making sure that you have a strong social following. The big ones that Amazon is looking for, and for what I have found in my experience, has been TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and I believe that's all. Of course, there are others that could be added, but at the moment, those are the big ones that I am seeing. For some people with Amazon influencers, remember, listen to the name, Amazon influencers. They're looking for persons who have some sort of social footprint out there, some sort of following. So make sure that whenever you are starting an Amazon influencer program and you're starting your journey, make sure you are cognizant of which platform you're directing them to, because they're going to be looking for not only the amount of followers, but engagement and interaction. This is a big one. Make sure it's not just a high follower account. They want to make sure that you have engagement and interaction. Tip number 1. This brings up to number 2, and this is one that got me rejected a couple of times even after I've been in an Amazon influencer program. So it's something that you want to be cognizant of at the beginning because you got to get in to win. Make sure that you are very mindful of what is going on in your background. Also, more specifically, what I'm talking about right here are barcodes. What happens oftentimes, you're talking about a product, you're waving around, maybe you want to have an on-screen demonstration, and even as I talk here, you see the barcode. Amazon, the algorithm, will spot a barcode just like that. There are many schools of thought why this is important. I've actually included just a little snippet of what I found so far, but it will get your videos rejected. So you will not be approved. You won't get in the program. So easy workaround for it is just show the label of the product and be mindful, even if it's on the top or on the bottom, just take a few minutes, seconds before you get ready to do the review video. Maybe cover it up with your hands, or in many cases, just not show it at all. If you can, pop the top off. Also on boxes, be very careful about boxes. Sometimes when I review videos on my own, there was some of the boxes that shipped from Amazon and had a barcode in it, and I've just known now, keep that away from that camera. So we're gonna make sure we're working smarter and not harder. This is a great program to be a part of, as long as we be mindful of a couple little steps like this that could slip through the crack. So we're making our way to tip number 3. Let me put these down. It's making sure that you are aware of what is happening in your background. Yes, Amazon wants to see the products you have and that you're offering to people to let them know how great they are. But what is more distracting than whenever you're watching a performance or you're watching a show where you see things moving in the background? Busy backgrounds makes it really hard for people to kind of distinguish what's being talked about and what they need to focus on. So always be cognizant and considerate of where you are shooting your videos. I like to make sure for myself that I'm always being mindful of the background, and I'm making sure that I don't have certain things in the background, like a couple things I'm about to say to you right now. And this is a list that kind of goes in sync with barcodes, but why I'm going to expand on this list, because there's little things that have happened that I've seen many people get stuck on, and we've been helping people navigate this. One of the things is license plates. Be very careful with license plates in the backgrounds. Maybe you're by a back window, or maybe by a side window, wherever that window may be. Maybe you're in your car doing the videos. Make sure that there are no license plates or any sort of identification showing in any of your videos, period, but especially when you're first getting onboarded. Be aware that you need to be certain that there are no identifying remarks, no identifying plates, licenses, anything, the badges that's going to resemble anything that can be used to identify someone. That will get you rejected quickly. So be mindful of that. Going to be adding, of course, bringing back up the barcodes. I bring this up again because it's one that gets a lot of people, because you don't recognize that little slip at a certain angle will key the algorithm that you are showing something that could potentially be dangerous, or could be maybe identifying someone. So watch barcodes again, please. You don't want to have any distractions going on in the background. Like even as you see me sitting here, lots of my videos I'm done at this very desk where it's just me moving. I'm the only thing that's kind of in focus. I'm making sure this is a well-lit area, and you want to make sure that nothing's distracting. You want to make sure that you're mindful of the background, because it could lead to you being disqualified from the program before you even get started. So just take the time to readjust your angles, and that can make all the world of difference. Tip number 4. If that noise is loud and annoying, that's the point of it. Make sure, which leads right into tip number 4, be very, very careful about the noises that you have going on. Also, on the other end of the spectrum, make sure that you have a good microphone so they can hear your voice. People are watching videos to hear your recommendations. They hear what you have to say, and they want to make sure, 1, they can hear you. 2, they want to make sure that they can hear you endorse this product to let them know what's amazing about it, what's great about it. If Amazon picks up on the fact that there's some more background noise than what you're doing doing, or maybe it projects a little bit louder from maybe like a dog barking, which tends to carry a lot more. You need to be very mindful of that. Oftentimes, and I've seen this happen with many of our students, we've seen people where the sound bounces off. We have tile floors, ceramic tile, the sound carries. So be mindful of that. There's things that you can do to help you out with sound. For example, we do have tile floors here. So what I've done is I have, what you can't see, is I have a few of these foam pads on the wall. In fact, I'd be happy to show you. I've got foam pads here on the wall that I use to make sure that all the sound is blocked. And of course, you don't need to be fancy. A really great sound dampener is literally taking a curtain, taking a blanket, and kind of pinning it up on the wall if you find out that you're restricted in your space. It's a great way to increase your sound quality, as well as making sure it dampens and lessens a lot of reverb or background noises. It's not rocket science, just making sure you keep it nice, simple, and sweet. Which brings us up to our last one. Now this one, number 5, is a little controversial. I can't say for certain that I have seen this to be 100% true, but I can say it was for myself. It was a factor for sure. It's the orientation of the camera. You know, for a perfect example, this is landscape and this is portrait. I, for one myself, my first videos that I submitted for on-site promotions, I did with the portrait, and I'm sure it was fine once I'm in the program, because that's why I do some of my videos now. But initially I was rejected and I couldn't figure out why. I went through the tips that I'm sharing with you right now, but once I changed it from portrait to landscape, I was accepted, and it wasn't even 2 hours. And so this is why this is kind of controversial. Your experiences may vary, but I'm trying to give you some more options so you don't say, forget this program doesn't work. Hey, I promise you it works. You just have to make sure you got to work it just a little bit, not to cheat the system, but be aware of the rules of the game. I hope this video has been helpful for you all. I'm excited for you to be in the Amazon Influencer Program. And by the way, if you've been having any trouble getting inside the Amazon Influencer Program, we are the people to help you. In the description box right down below, we got a link to get into our free Facebook group where you can get help that you need to get yourself approved, and also give lots of tips, lots of recommendations to make you a lot more money fast. I would love to see you in there. If you got any questions, feel free to use the comments below. By the way, I talked about this in the last video. Your likes, your comments, your interaction lets me know how hot this information is and if you want to learn more. So those things really do matter. I'm gonna see y'all next time, bringing you lots of info to get you approved in an Amazon Influencer Program.